About a month ago, I decided it would be a great idea to breed some shrimp in my fish room. I decided to breed Neocaridina shrimp because they are much hardy than any other species of shrimp and they are very nice looking too. So I had a look around online and had a look at some other people's shrimp tank, and then something caught my eye. I saw this beautiful red cherry shrimp sitting on a vibrant green plant. Due to the super vibrant red color of the shrimp, it just felt like a flower of the plant. Although it is basically the most common species of cherry shrimp and it is the cheapest cherry shrimp out there, I decided to breed them just to have some fun and watch them roam around my aquarium. So I set my mind on getting a group of these guys to eventually breed them in my fish room. And luckily enough, I found this in the nearest local aquarium shop. So I went ahead and picked them up. I bought just 4 of them because they are going inside my 1 gallon tank. So more than 4 shrimp will be too much for such a small space. So in this video I will show you the process of how I set up the breeding tank and the result that I get from this just after a month. So at first I took my 1 gallon tank and sprayed it with water. After that I added some gravels at the bottom and then created a hardscape with some large stones to give the shrimp some hiding places. Then I filled it with water and added some hornworts and other plants which don't require aqua soil to grow. And I also added some floaters to suck up ammonia and other nitrogen stuff. The reason why I didn't choose aqua soil is because aqua soil is not a neutral substrate and it may change some of the water parameters such as pH and KH and cause the fluctuation in water parameters which shrimp really don't like. Shrimps prefer very stable water parameters and that's why I always suggest you guys to change the water of your shrimp tank as less as possible. So that's why I chose some gravels because they won't affect the water parameters at all. Then I let the aquarium run for about 4 to 5 days with an air stone, and I also did put some ceramic rings under the air stone to let some beneficial bacteria grow there. And after that it is time to add the shrimps. But before doing that I acclimated the shrimps with my tank water so that they don't get stressed. I followed the drip acclimation process. I just used one of my airline tube and tied a knot with one end to limit the water flow and make the change in water parameter very gradually. I let it drip for about 20 minutes and this process is very important because it reduces the chance of your shrimp doing early molt. For those of you who don't know, early molt basically means the shrimp trying to change their exoskeleton too early, and as a result they eventually die due to this in most cases. So after 20 minutes the shrimp is done acclimating and I added them to my tank. I also added some jackfruit leaves to let some biofilm grow on its surface and shrimps absolutely love to eat these biofilms and baby shrimps also eat these too. So this will act as a good food source. So this was my breeding tank setup and now let's leave them like this for a month. So it has been a month now and I have some good news. Usually whenever I buy some shrimps I expect to lose 1 or 2 of them due to the stress and many other reasons. But this time not a single shrimp died. So this is quite surprising. And secondly, we have some breeding going on. As you can see, we have 2 buried females right here. I actually had 3 females and 1 male in this tank, so 2 out of 3 females become buried just in a month, which is a good sign. Although there are no babies yet, but there will be a lot of babies within the next 2 to 3 weeks, as I hope. So I'm not disappointed at all, especially because the tank is very tiny and this was more of an experiment than an actual breeding setup. So I will post another follow-up video after we get some baby shrimps, so you may subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss that video. So that's all for today's video. See you in the next one.